right, Matrixx and Rhodes show supporters. Well, I don't know if New York knows this, but something very big is headed its way. Now, why is it headed that way? Well, how about some really bogus legal rulings against Donald J. Trump? And, of course, I'm talking about that complete shit show that was the Letitia James made-up real estate fiasco. There, I said it, made up. That's right. And you may be asking, well, what's coming? Well, a very clear message to the state of New York that they're not going to be able to do Donald Trump in the manner in which they done it. Now, we'll take a look at some comments that Shark Tank's Kevin O'Leary made, because he has decided, as has many, that they're boycotting New York. And hey, I don't blame you. Not hard for me. I'm in Texas. I'm going to boycott New York, but we're finding out there's legions of truckers out there that's no longer going to go into New York, going to do business with New York, drive into New York. New York is about to be punished, and they're about to be punished in a Bud Light, Dylan Mulvaney style boycott. I kid you not. That movement is starting to take place, and it's the Democratic leadership and the Democratic people in charge that are making these decisions to pursue these bullshit charges against President Trump. Frankly, I'm not sure why we're not doing this with Georgia. I don't give a crap if there is a supposed rhino in charge in Brian Kemp. Why aren't we boycotting Georgia too? Throw them in there. They haven't came down with a ruling yet. Well, we can get kind of proactive with it. We can. The charges are bogus. The absurd real estate values that have been put on Mar-a-Lago in particular is just jaw-dropping. I mean, truly jaw-dropping. Not only that, but when you have these kind of charges, there's always a clear-cut, quote-unquote, victim. Who's the victim supposed to be? Oh, there's not one. There's not one. Let's take a look at this. This is the Gateway Pundit. Shark Tank star and famed investor Kevin O'Leary declared that he is ceasing all future investment activities in New York, labeling it a loser state. So's California. Due to its political climate and legal persecution against former President Trump. Who the hell wants to do business up there now in New York? I would love to know that. Who in the world is going to take the chance? Look at New York and California, led by Democrats. Let's be real. Crime is rampant and taxes are out of control. And then you have people like this attorney general making these kind of trumped up charges against Trump. They are so scared of Trump. It is crazy. I mean, and that judge, forget about it. O'Leary is now turning his attention to states like Oklahoma, North Dakota, West Virginia, Florida, and Texas for his future business ventures. O'Leary's commentary followed the verdict by Judge Arthur Engeron in New York Attorney General Letitia James' fraud case against President Trump. O'Leary, who has been vocal about his investment philosophy, sees this as a turning point for his and other potentially investment strategies. During a Fox Business interview, O'Leary expressed frustration with New York's policies, which are hostile to businesses and investors. And this is what he said, quote, well, you know what? Let's play a little bit of the video.
This award, just leaving the whole Trump thing out of it and seeing what occurred here, and I'm no different than any other investor. I'm shocked at this. I can't even understand or fathom the decision at all. There's no rationale for it. And so let me give you a real-time experience I'm having regarding this, and I'm not the only one. It doesn't matter what the governor says. New York was already a loser state. Like California is a loser state. There are many loser states because of policy, high taxes, uncompetitive regulation. It was already on the top of the list of being a loser state. I would never invest in New York now. And I'm not the only person saying that. And here's a real-time situation. In development in real estate right now, the hottest asset class is very high-end data centers. They cost anywhere from $2.5 to $3.5 billion each. They're very expensive. They require low power. You need permits. But most of the major institutions in the world need more data centers, and that's why developers like me are doing this. Now, you need power. So New York has Niagara Falls. Normally, you'd consider that to put in one of these facilities, create 400 jobs, 5 more jobs for each of one of those for auxiliary services. I can't go to New York. So I'm going to Oklahoma, North Dakota, West Virginia. Governor Stitt, Kevin Stitt, my staff have met with him. Governor Bergen, the same thing. Governor Justice. Those are winner states. They don't do things like this. I have to syndicate that debt and all that equity. We're talking billions of dollars here. Do you think any foreign institution or any private equity firm or any pension fund would touch New York? No. And that's why New Yorkers should be concerned. The fine people of New York should ask themselves, why are we such a loser state? How are we going to attract business? It's not just the existing businesses that are fleeing out to Texas and Florida. What about new money like this that I'm talking about, like a $4 billion data center? Not a chance I would put that in New York. Zero probability. Never. And so they've got a lot of work to do to find themselves getting out of this situation. This has all occurred post-pandemic.
They've got it, and I'll stop it right there, but they got an economic problem coming. And look, this is coming hot off the press of all the people and businesses they ran out from going nuts over the Wuhan virus. So they're about to get hit with a with a double whammy here. Okay, the economic hit that they're about to take from these businesses saying to hell with it and pulling out, they're about to get punished. They're about to get punished by people that feel like this was a bogus headhunting scheme from the get-go. Speaking to the Gateway pundit's Jordan Conradson, O'Leary expressed frustration and urged businesses to avoid states like New York, Massachusetts, and New Jersey, all of which he categorizes as, quote, loser states due to their policies, high taxes, and mismanagement. O'Leary says he considers winners like North Dakota, Oklahoma, West Virginia, Florida, and Texas, attributing their attractiveness to superior management and business-friendly policies. I can't argue with any of that. I can't argue with any of it. I, as an investor, do not want to reward weak management and insane policy by investing in it. So I'm just saying, I'm just one investor. We should throw our weight behind good management in winner states and let people understand why they're living in loser states, because they've hired bad managers. And when it comes time for an election, hire good managers so you're not a loser state anymore. Because New York, with this decision, now became the top loser state. It used to be California, but they just won the top ticket. New York first, California second. They're both massive loser states. And he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I used to tell people, man, if I ever started making good money, which I do all right now, I was like, man, I'm gonna take a nice vacation, gonna go to New York, gonna see all the sights, do all the things you would do. I'm a Yankees fan. I'm gonna go to Yankee Stadium. I'm gonna catch a game. Blah blah blah. I'm not stepping foot in that state. Not stepping foot in it. I'll go somewhere else. I promise you. I'll find something else to do. And there's no way I'm alone in that. There are people that as long as they're paying attention to what's going on in their states, they've washed their hands of it. 49ers fan? Nah, I'm good. I'll watch them on TV. Not going out there to catch a game. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Crime, cost of everything, forget about it. Not doing it. It's crazy. It's crazy what they are doing. But it is very comforting to know how many people are starting to take notice and realize, look, you don't have to just boycott beer. All right, and I'm not even big on boycotts, but you know, it's clear you can choose where to put your money and what to do with it. And these truckers, the people like Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, nah, we're good. Let's not do any investing there. In other words, Kathy Hochul and Democrats, look, when you're headed to the voting booth, you better recognize what it is you're doing, because you're voting in people that are making decisions that affect other Americans, and we're about to punish you for it. We're about to hit back over the injustice that is done to somebody like President Trump, because, look, first it's Trump, and it's going to be others after the fact. If people aren't careful, better wake up. Better wake up. Tell me what you think. Matrixx and Rhodes show supporters. Shark Tank's a pretty good show, actually. It's a pretty good show. And you got to give Kevin O'Leary credit. He's not afraid to go on right-leaning and conservative platforms and talk about things just like this. Isn't that show on ABC? You don't see that very often. You don't. Because, hell, the people are worried about getting canceled. Ignore the cancellation attempts and move on with life. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.